always think in your head, and I'm going to say this again, always think in your head, what would a judge say? Now, I'm not saying that relationships should be adversarial, that you're out to sue a buyer or the seller is out to sue you. But when writing things, think, what would a judge say? So if we were in the middle of a home inspection right now, and the home inspector said the hot water heater is leaking and a hot water heater needs to be purchased soon, if I wrote an addendum for the buyer just saying, seller agrees to replace the hot water heater, and the seller signed it, instead of the 125-gallon hot water heater I have, the seller that's in place now, the seller could be a cheapskate and put in a 75-gallon hot water heater. And though you could go to court, though you could sue, though you could have a big fight at closing, if you think in your head, what would a judge say? What does this say specifically? It will save a lot of troubles and make your closings trouble-free.
The other thing you may want to really consider, and we make all of our vendors subscribe to this, we call it the 48-hour rule. The 48-hour rule. Do any of you have that? The 48-hour rule we established probably at least 12 years ago because we got frustrated with our C buyers, our engineers, who didn't get the numbers or their loan package until when? Until closing. And then what happened to me? Because we like to be at closing because that's great FaceTime. Now instead of having a closing that should take 45 to an hour with that engineer who wants to read every line and question every line, now you're looking at like a 3-hour settlement. So we made it very clear to all of our vendors that we have a 48-hour rule, and that's very simple. The lender and the title company and everyone else involved, termite, everybody else, has to have everything to our buyer, not to the title company, to our buyer 2 days prior to settlement. And if you don't do that, and you don't do that on a consistent basis, you're gone. You no longer work with our clients. And so the nice thing about that is there's no rushing around. There's no, oh my gosh, what it is. No buyers are coming to you an hour before settlement saying, hey, why is closing costs $5,000 more than what everybody else said? So think about instituting your own 48-hour policy and how that'll make it really a smooth and easy transition.